I can argue for Joe Judge and say, look, man, let's be real. Let's look at all the injuries that they suffered and be realistic about what's going on. You know, Denver fired Vic Fangio.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're just like the Giants. They're stuck like, who is our quarterback? Is it Teddy Bridgewater? Is it Drew Lock? You know, you're not going to win with those guys, especially when you got Derek Carr, Justin Herbert, and Patrick Mahomes in your division. You're just not going to win. And the Giants aren't going to win as long as Daniel Jones can't stay healthy. I mean, if he is supposedly your quarterback of the future, you can't win if he's not playing. And I think that really showed itself here the last 5 weeks. I don't care who the offensive coordinator is. It could be Miles Davis with the run and shoot. It wouldn't have worked with these quarterbacks in this situation here. Yeah, so I'm like, fans can get mad all they want. They get mad at Dave Gettleman because he was so brash and he was so in your face about who he was drafting, especially the gold jacket guy, Saquon Barkley, and all this other stuff. He's done some good things. He's done some bad things. But I think that's the one spot right now that has to be attended to. And if I were Dave Gettleman, I would just resign and just do it out of the appreciation for the Mara family and the Tisch family and for the longevity that you had in the NFL. And then maybe if you want to go and work with somebody else as a consultant or assistant, whatever, there's other opportunities for him out there. There's no question.
I mean, the Giants are only going to hold on to Joe Judge because they don't want to add to the revolving door of coaches. I mean, that's not a good enough reason. You don't hang on to a coach that you don't think is the right guy just because you maybe think he could magically turn into the right guy after a third year. I mean, he's basically going to be a lame duck going into next year anyway.
Oh, there's no question about that.
I mean, I don't know. I know that it's 2 years, fire a coach, 2 years, fire a coach, 2 years, fire a coach. I know that doesn't look good, but if you believe that maybe Joe Judge isn't the right guy, then you can't just keep him around because the other two guys that you hired before Joe Judge weren't any good either.
You know, if he doesn't do the 11-minute, stand-up last week.
Yeah.
You know, I think for whatever reason, that just exacerbated the whole entire thing. It just made it worse, and it felt worse, and it just felt more awkward. And, you know, this is an amazing time of year because, you know, there's a lot of sharks and blood in the water right now as these coaches start to get let go today. And, you know, I do remind people that there are families that are associated with all of this. And, you know, like I think of Pat Shurmur, 2 years head coach of the Giants, fired. 2 years or 1 or 2 years head coach of the Denver Broncos, fired.
Well, offensive coordinator.
Offensive coordinator. Yeah. Fired. And, you know, and they got to go on. And basically what it comes down to, it really comes down to who do you have playing quarterback for you, and is that guy good enough to win games when the game is on the line? And I don't think the Giants have an answer for that yet. And the damn coach has got to deal with 22 or 21 guys on IR? You know, so yesterday, Mike Vrabel, he's had 58 different starters this season.
Yeah, I mean, he lost his MVP, too.
He's had 88 different active players during the year. 88. That's an NFL record for active players on a roster. They ended up with the number 1 seed in the AFC.
They also have Ryan Tannehill as their starting quarterback.
But that's why. The quarterback, even though he didn't have, like, eye-popping numbers, he was there every week and could fight through a game and get at least the offense some points. And then yesterday he throws for 4 touchdown passes in what was his best game of the year. But if you don't have that quarterback, you don't have a chance in this league.